Welcome to all of you, Shiksha 360. And today, basically, we have to discuss the BFM MCQ set number 19. And that set is basically belong from the chapter number 7. Clear? That is chapter number 7. So, till now, basically, we have discussed 252 questions basically from the previous 6 chapters. Clear? From the previous 6 topics. So, now, basically, we will try to discuss 10 to 15 questions more basically in this session. And I request to all of you, please participate in this discussion. Clear? So let's start our today discussion. Very important, and all these questions basically helps to you basically for cracking your examination. Clear? So now let's start basically the today's first question, basically question number 253 presents on your screens now. An exporter gets a letter of credit basically for export of garments to US. Clear? Basically an exporter basically gets a letter of credit for export of garments to US. That is basically they are sending garments basically to the US. Clear? But the expiry date of the credit basically falls on 26th January. Clear? Basically, but the expiry date of the credit basically falls on 26th January. Clear? That is basically a national holiday in our country. So basically, which is a public holiday. Clear? So in such a situation, clear? Basically, in such a situation, the documents for negotiation can be submitted to the negotiating bank on. Clear? Basically, in such a situation, the documents basically for the negotiation can be submitted to the negotiating bank. Clear? Basically, can be submitted basically to the negotiating bank on which day? Clear? To the negotiating bank on which day? I think I have already discussed regarding that. Clear? In the session or basically in any question. Clear? So I first of all I will discuss the theory related that is change in expiry date. CHAN, change in expiry date. So please remember these things, very important. Clear? Change in expiry date. Clear? So there are two cases. Clear? Change in expiry date. Basically there are two cases. First one is the known holiday. Clear? Known holiday. So when the expiry date, clear? Basically when the expiry date of an option contract, clear? Basically when the expiry date basically of an option contract, or we can say that LC. Clear? Basically when the expiry date of an option contract or LC falls on a known holiday. Clear? Basically falls on a known holiday, then expiry date in that case, basically if it's known holiday, then the expiry date is preponed to previous working date. Clear? To previous working day. Clear? So in that case, basically the expiry date is preponed to previous working day. Please tell fast. Now this point is clear to all of you. Basically in the case of the non-holiday, clear? Basically when the expiry date basically falls on a known holiday, then the expiry date basically it is preponed to the previous working day. Clear? Then the expiry date basically is preponed to the previous working day. Clear? So basically according to the explanation, basically what I am giving here, what is the correct answer? Please tell fast. And I request to all of you, please go through the second one. That is sudden declared holiday. Sudden declared holiday. So in this case, clear? In the case of the sudden declared holiday, the expiry date, clear? In the case of sudden declared holiday, the expiry date should be postponed. Clear? So in the case of the sudden declared holiday, the expiry date basically should be postponed to the next working day. Clear? The expiry date basically should be postponed to the next working day. Okay. So please remember these types of things. Clear? Please remember these types of things regarding that. Clear? That is change in the expiry date. Either basically it is known holiday or a sudden declared holiday. Clear? Sudden declared holiday. Clear? In the case of the non-holiday, the expiry date basically it is preponed to the previous working day, and in the case of the sudden declared holiday, basically when basically we have no chance because the holiday is to be declared in the evening. So in that case, basically what we have to do, that is the expiry date. Clear? Basically it is postponed to the next working day. Clear? That the expiry date basically it is postponed to the next working day. Now please tell fast. Now this point is clear to all of you. And please remember, clear, these types of questions you will definitely find in the examination. Clear, these types of questions basically you will definitely find in the examination. So please be carefully while answering these questions. Clear. The correct answer, that is basically it is a known holiday. Clear. That is the preceding working day. Clear, or preceding banking day. So option number D is the answer. Now move to the next question. ECB, external commercial borrowing. Clear? Basically ECB, basically external commercial borrowing, can be availed under which route? Clear? Basically ECB, that is external commercial borrowing, can be availed under which route? Clear? Automatic route, approval route, normal route, or special route. Clear? We know that basically ECB, that is external commercial borrowing, basically can be availed under the two routes. Clear? External commercial borrowing basically can be availed under the two routes. Clear? So basically only one option, that is D, under which basically only two options are mentioned, A and B. Clear? So basically, even if you know that basically it can be availed under two routes, clear, you are able to answer the question as per the option. Clear? But not every time basically they will give the options like this way. Clear? So the correct answer, that is basically ECB, that is external commercial borrowing, basically can be availed under automatic route and the approval route. Clear? So basically they can be availed under the automatic route and the approval route. So now further basically we have to discuss basically what is the basic difference between the automatic route and the approval route. Clear? So first of all, basically we will discuss regarding the automatic route. Automatic route. Clear? So basically what? So under the automatic route, clear? The cases are, under this, the cases are examined by the authorized dealer one category. Clear? Basically by the authorized dealer category one. Clear? In this, the cases are examined by the authorized dealer one category banks. Clear? Authorized dealer one category banks. Clear? That is under the automatic route. Clear? Next one, that is approval route. Approval basically it means that basically they have to take approval basically from one specific authority, that is the RBI. Clear? Basically under that, the prospective borrowers. Clear? Basically under that, the prospective borrowers are required to send their request. The prospective borrowers are required to send their request to the RBI through authorized dealers. Clear? The for examination. Clear? Under the approval route, basically the prospective borrowers. Clear? The prospective borrowers are required to send their request. Clear? The prospective borrowers basically are required to send their request to the RBI through authorized dealers basically for examination. Clear? Through authorized dealer basically for what? For examination. Clear? So option number A is the correct, D is the correct answer. That is A and B. Clear? That is A and B. Clear? That is like external commercial borrowings can be availed under either through the automatic route or through the approval route. Clear? Under the automatic route, basically the cases are examined by the authorized dealer one category banks, and under the approval route, the prospective borrowers basically are required to send their request. Approval, just you have to remember that approval, that is basically they have to send their request to the RBI basically through the authorized dealer basically for examination. Clear? Through the authorized dealer basically for examination. Clear? Now move to the next question, question number 255. A dash is a bank certificate. There basically a dash is a bank certificate issued in more than one country for shares in a foreign company. Clear? A dash is a bank certificate basically issued in more than one country. Clear? Basically for shares in a foreign company. Clear? Dash is a bank certificate. Clear? So which is that certificate? That is basically issued in more than one country for shares in a foreign company. First one is the Global Depository Receipt. Second one is the American Depository Receipts. Third one is the European Depository Receipts. Fourth one is the Asian Depository Receipts. Clear? Fourth one is the Asian Depository Receipts. Clear? So what is the correct answer? I think many of you have confused between either the option number A is the correct answer or option number C is the correct answer. Clear? As many of you basically will give the option number A is the correct answer. Clear? Basically A is the correct answer, but the correct answer here is to be, I will read one line basically with all of you so that Global Depository Receipt. Clear? Basically this is also mentioned. Clear? We have already discussed. Clear? So a Global Depository Receipt, basically it is a bank certificate. Clear? Basically it is a bank certificate issued in more than one country, basically for shares in a foreign company. Clear? Basically for shares in a foreign company. Clear? So what is the correct answer? That is GDR. Clear? Sometimes basically many students are answering that is EDR. Clear? Basically EDR, but EDR here is to be wrong. Clear? Basically, but EDR here is to be wrong here. Clear? So the correct answer that is GDR. Clear? Basically Global Deposit is basically it is a bank certificate issued in more than one country, basically for shares in a foreign company. Clear? So the shares are held basically by the foreign branch of an international bank. The shares trade as domestic shares, but are offered for sale globally, basically through the various bank branches. Clear? So a GDR basically it is a financial instrument. Clear? Sometimes basically there are basically GDR. Global deposit is basically either it is a financial instrument or non-financial instrument. So it is a financial instrument. Clear? Used by the private markets. Clear? So GDR basically it is a financial instrument used by the private markets basically to raise capital denominated basically either in the US dollars or euros. Clear? Either in the US dollars or euros. Clear? So sometimes basically GDRs is to be known as the EDRs. So basically when it is to be known as the EDRs. Clear? So GDRs basically are called as the EDRs when private markets are attempting to obtain euros. Clear? Basically when the private markets are attempting to obtain euros, or basically when there is dealing in the European countries. Clear? Basically when there is a dealing in the European countries. Clear? At that time basically they are to be known as the EDRs. Clear? At that time basically they are to be known as the EDRs. Okay. Hope it is clear to all of you up to this much point. Now move to the next question. Question number 256, very, very important. So which among the following are matches basically with the regard to ADR? Clear? Basically which among the following are matches basically with the regard to ADR? Clear? Basically with the regard to ADR. Now basically we have to discuss. Clear? Basically we know that basically there are ADRs that is basically some are sponsored ADR and some are unsponsored ADR. Clear? Some are unsponsored ADR. Clear? So first point here, what they are saying that. So ADRs are required to be compulsory registered with the Securities Exchange Commission. Clear? ADRs are required to be compulsory registered basically with the Security Exchange Commission. Basically we know that basically there are different levels basically under the sponsored ADRs. Clear? Like that is level 1, level 2, clear, level 3. Clear? Like basically we have discussed that basically under the level 1. Clear? Basically they are not necessarily to be listed on the stock exchange. Clear? Basically we consider not Security Exchange. Clear? SEC. Clear? This is basically known as the Securities Exchange Commission. Clear? It is not compulsory. Clear? It is not compulsory. ADRs are required to be compulsory registered basically with the Securities Exchange Commission. No, this is not to be compulsory. Clear? So this is to be false. So this is not to be our answer. Clear? They have to which following matches. Clear? That is the matches. Clear? Company issue ADR has to submit annual reports to the Securities Exchange Commission. Clear? Basically companies issuing ADR has to submit annual reports basically to the Securities Exchange Commission. This one is the correct one. Clear? Basically they have to submit. Clear? They have to be submit. And here basically they have written false. Clear? So this one is also. So basically where ADRs are registered with the Securities Exchange Commission. Clear? Basically, where ADRs are basically registered with the Securities Exchange Commission. The companies have to prepare their financial statements by following USGAAP. Clear? Basically, by following USGAAP. Clear? Basically, by following USGAAP. Clear? So this one is the true or not? Yes, this one is the true here. Clear? This one is the true here. Clear? That is basically they have to prepare their following basically statements. Clear? That is financial statements. So option number C is the true one here. Clear? Option number C is the true one here. That is this one is the answer. Clear? Because we have to find out basically which of the following matches. Clear? So this one is the matches. So this one is the answer. So these are sometimes basically they are asking all the things basically they are asking basically in a single question. Clear? In a single question. Clear? So can anyone tell basically what is the full form of GAAP? Clear? GAAP. I request to all of you, please tell in the comment section. Like Amit is already give the answer of this full form. So I request to other also, please tell fast. Clear? So now move to the next question. I think I have already discussed this question. So external commercial borrowings. What is the meaning of external commercial borrowing? That is basically refer to the commercial loans. Clear? External commercial borrowings basically refer to the commercial loans in the form of the bank loans, buyer's credit, supplier's credit, securitized instruments, example floating rate notes and fixed rate bonds availed from the non-resident lenders. Clear? Availed from the non-resident lenders. Clear? So external commercial borrowings basically can be assessed under. Clear? Basically external commercial borrowings basically can be assessed under. Clear? Basically 1 route, 2 route, 3 route and 5 route. Clear? We have already discussed that the external commercial borrowing can be assessed under basically 2 routes. So what are the 2 routes? That is, first one is the option number B is the answer. Approval route. Please tell fast. We have already discussed here approval route and automatic route. Clear? So please tell fast why you are not responding. Second one is the automatic. Clear? So these are the question rotating again and again, just basically for the revision purpose. Basically, I will include all these questions. Clear? So that basically you are able to remember all these things. Clear? Basically, when we are discussing the things again and again, so it is easier for us basically to remember the things. Okay, now move to the next question. The claim for the delay in a shift of funds by the buyer bank should be made basically within dash working days basically from the due date of the contract. Clear? That is time limit basically for the claim of delay. Clear? That is the time limit basically for the claim of delay. So the claim for the delay in a shift of funds basically by the buyer bank should be made basically within how many days, within how many working days from the due date of the contract. Clear? Basically within dash working days basically from the due date of the contract. 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, and 60 days. Clear? 30 days. Clear? 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, and 30 days. What is the correct answer? Clear? So the claim for the delay in funds. Clear? The claim basically for the delay in funds basically by the buyer bank should be made basically within 15 working days. Clear? That is basically within 15 working days from the due date of the contract. Clear? From the due date of the contract. So answer option number C is the correct answer. Clear? Option number C is the correct answer. That is 15 working days. Clear? 15 working days. Clear? Similarly, this is basically for the time for the claiming the delay. Clear? Time limit basically claim the delay. Clear? Similarly, basically there is more thing, that is time limit for settlement of claim. Clear? Basically for settlement of claim. Clear? Time limit basically for settlement of claim. Clear? So in this case, the selling bank basically has to settle the claim. Clear? Basically in this case also, the selling bank basically has to settle the claim within 15 days. Clear? The selling bank basically has to settle the claim basically within 15 days from the date of shift of claim. Clear, the selling bank basically has to settle the claim basically within 15 days from the date of a shift of claim. Clear, from the date of a shift of a claim. Clear, so please remember all these things. Clear, please remember all these. Now move to the next question. Clear, I think I have already discussed that point also basically in the session. Clear, basically in the session basically when we have discussed that topic. Clear, so under FEMA, any violation of the act. Clear, basically under FEMA, basically any violation of the provision of that basically is to be dealt under the dash law only. While under the FARA, that is FEMA is 1999 and FARA basically 1973. Clear? While under FARA, basically it is dealt under which? That is basically under FEMA civil laws, and under FARA basically it is criminal laws. Clear? So basically under FEMA basically it is civil criminal laws, and second one that is civil laws. Clear? So both civil laws, both criminal laws. Clear? So what is the answer? Clear? So what is the answer? So basically we have already discussed. Clear? Basically under the FEMA. Clear? Basically under the FEMA. Basically it is to be dealt. Clear? So any violation of the provision of that. Basically it is to be dealt under that. Basically it is to be FEMA, that is civil laws. Clear? That is civil laws. And under FARA basically it is to be criminal laws. Clear? Basically under FARA basically it is to be criminal laws. I have already discussed the same thing at least 2 to 3 times in the session also. Clear? This thing that is very, very important for the examination point of view. Clear? Very, very important. Clear? That is basically any violation of the provision of that under the FEMA basically it is to be dealt under the civil laws only. And while under the FARA basically it is to be dealt under the criminal laws. Clear? So option number A is the correct answer. Clear? Option number A is the correct answer here. Now move to the next question. So which of the following statement, clear, basically which of the following statement is not true or correct basically regarding the ADRs? Clear, basically which of the following statement is not true? Clear, basically which of the following statement is not true regarding the ADRs? Clear? First one is all the American shares owned of a foreign company. Clear, basically all the American shares owned of a foreign company are placed in trust basically in a New York bank. Clear, basically are placed in trust basically in a New York bank. Clear, basically are placed in trust basically in a New York bank. Most ADRs are basically traded in over the counter market. Clear. So first one is also true one, second one is also true one. Clear. So basically they are mostly traded basically in the over the counter market. Clear, over the counter market. This one is also clear. Third one. ADR prices basically to tend move parallel basically with the prices of the underlying securities. Clear, basically ADR prices basically tend to move parallel with the prices of the underlying security. Clear. So this one is also most ADRs basically trade on the New York Stock Exchange. This one is not true. Clear. Most ADRs basically are trade on the New York Stock Exchange. So this one is not true. Clear. So this one is the not true. Clear. So basically you have to basically answer basically which one is the not true. So this one is the answer here. Clear. So this one is the answer here. Clear. So basically there are 3 stock exchanges like New York Stock Exchange, AMEX American Stock Exchange, and NASDAQ. Okay, so please remember that also. Now move to the next question. Tricky question. And we have to cover all these points one by one. Clear? Basically, we have to cover all these points one by one so that basically we are able to move towards the correct answer. Clear? So that basically we are able to move towards the correct answer. Clear? So as per the FEDAI guidelines, clear? Basically forward contract booked. We have to find the false statements. Clear? Basically as per the FEDAI guidelines, forward contract booked by an exporter. Clear? Basically forward contract booked by an exporter basically needs to be cancelled. on the 7th working day, basically from the due date, if it is not picked up basically within the delivery period. Clear? If it is not picked up basically within the delivery period. Clear? So please tell fast, this one is the correct or not? Clear? This one is the correct or not? Clear? If it is not picked up basically within that period. Clear? Basically within the period. Clear? So this one is true or not? Yes, this one is a true here. Clear? Second one is also true here. This one is also true here. This one is also true here. Clear? So both the points are to be true here. Clear? First one is true here. Second one is true here. Clear? So this one is also not our answer. Clear? This one is also not our answer. Clear? Basically, we have to find the identify the false statement. Clear? Identify the false statement. So I will include one more option here. Clear? ADRs can be registered in USA. Clear? Basically, ADRs can be registered in USA under the Securities and Exchange Commission. Clear? Basically, ADRs can be registered in the USA. Basically, under the Securities and Exchange Commission. Clear? Basically, can be. Clear? Not it may, they can be say that basically compulsory. Clear? So ADRs can be registered in USA basically under the Securities and Exchange Commission. Clear? So it is also to be true here. Clear? It is also to be true here. Clear? So basically they can be registered. Clear? Or not? Can be registered under. This one is false. This one is a false. Clear? Can be registered. Clear? That is basically for some category. Basically, it is necessary. Clear? Basically, it is necessary. Clear? Fourth one is basically GDRs basically can be converted into shares that it represents. Clear? Basically, GDRs basically can be converted into shares basically that it represents. This one is also false. So correct answer is option number C. Clear? So correct answer here, that is option number C, C and D. Clear? C and D. Clear? So this is the session basically up to this much point. Basically, we will discuss with all of you. Clear? Up to this much point, basically, we will discuss all of you. Clear? So I request to all of you, hope it is clear to all of you what we have covered. Clear? These questions are very, very important. Clear? Like this question is very, very important. Previous question, clear? These questions, clear? Basically, where they have given that, you have to find that. Clear? Multiple points they have given in the question. Clear? This is very, very important. Clear? Two routes. You will find this type of question also in the examination. Clear? One of the most important questions. Clear? And this is also, that's why basically I have discussed in detail regarding the known holiday and the sudden declared holiday. Clear? Sometimes basically they will ask twisting question basically on the basis of that. Clear? We are not able to identify. Clear? Basically what they are asking. That's why basically I will discuss in detail the concept also. Clear? Along with that. Okay. So hope it is clear to all of you, and thanks to all of you for attending this session.